I saw you standing in the quiet of the evening, a silhouette the sunset tried so hard to hold. And in that moment something fragile bloomed inside me, a feeling warm and reckless, brave and uncontrolled. But every step I took felt like walking in the shadows, because your eyes were searching for someone far away. And though I whispered dreams beneath my trembling heartbeat, you never stopped to hear the things I longed to say. I kept hoping you would turn around to find me waiting in the crowd, but all I ever faced was silence, a truth too heavy, spoken loud. This is the pain of loving someone who never looked my way, of giving pieces of my soul you never asked me to give away. I carried hope like fragile glass, pretending it could stay, but it shattered every time you loved someone else each day. And I keep standing here alone, though I know I shouldn't stay. The pain of loving someone who never looked my way. I memorized the way you laughed when life felt gentle, the way your voice could paint the world in softer shades. I held those moments like a secret only I could treasure, even though I knew they'd fade like a light that slowly fades. I tried to walk away, but every road returned to you. No matter how I fought, the heart remembers what it wants. And every night I wondered if love ever learns to listen, or if it just repeats the same unanswered songs. I thought maybe time would change your heart, that someday feelings could restart, but nothing moved the space between us, not my hope, my truth, or broken parts. This is the pain of loving someone who never looked my way, of holding on to promises that fate would never let me say. I tried to shine a little brighter, hoping you would stay, but your world never opened, not even for a day. And still I whisper your name in the quiet when I pray. The pain of loving someone who never looked my way. Maybe love is meant to hurt before it teaches us to heal. Maybe hearts must break to learn the weight of what is real. I wish I could forget you, but forgetting feels like sin, because loving you was beautiful, even if I couldn't win. So I'll keep this silent truth, the one you never knew, a story of devotion written only for you. This is the pain of loving someone who never looked my way, yet I'm grateful for the memories I made along the way. I'll lay them down with tenderness, let time take them away, and hope my heart remembers how to breathe again someday. But until the ache has healed and the longing fades to gray, this is the pain of loving someone who never looked my way.
Kept your name in the quiet corners of my heart, whispering hopes that maybe someday you'd feel the same. But every time you smile, it wasn't meant for me. It was for someone else you carried like a flame. Try to stay strong, pretending I could handle it, but the truth kept breaking through every lie I told myself. How do you love someone who never turns your way, while you keep drowning in feelings you cannot help? I gave you gentle words, gave me distant eyes. You were searching for another while, well, I kept holding on. It's a tragedy written in the sky above us. Two hearts beating wrong, never moving as one. I loved you truly, you loved someone else deeply. But you kept reaching for memories. I try to be enough, try to fill the hollow in your soul, but I was only a shadow, standing where your dreams used to be. I loved you truly, but your heart was never mine to keep. You were chasing someone who had already let you bleed, and I stood there quietly, breaking piece by piece, loving someone who never loved me back completely, back completely. I watched you fall apart over someone who walked away, and I kept wishing you'd see the love I carried for you. But you were living in yesterday, trapped by what you lost, while I was offering a tomorrow you never looked into. Every night I try to walk away to save myself, yet every morning my heart betrayed me once again. How can a feeling be so gentle, yet destroy you slowly, turning hopes into wounds that never fully mend. I stay beside you even when you never asked. I gave you comfort while your thoughts were never mine. And in the silence I learned the cruelest truth. You can love someone deeply and still never cross their mind. I loved you truly, you loved someone else deeply. I stood in the rain while you were praying for another's touch. I tried to show you love that would never leave, but you were holding on to heartbreak far too much. I loved you truly, but your heart kept drifting away. You were tied to a ghost you couldn't let fade, and I remained unseen, hoping you'd turn and stay, even while losing myself more every day. Maybe in another life our hearts would meet halfway. Maybe your eyes would finally see the love I gave. But in this lifetime you belong to someone you can't forget, and I'm just the one learning how to let go of the ache. Still I'll keep a place for you in the quiet of my soul, not out of hope, but out of what you meant to me. Even if the story ended before it began, you were a love I felt so honestly. I loved you truly, you loved someone else deeply, and though it breaks me, I won't beg for what you can't give. I'll carry the lesson, the pain, the bittersweet truth, that sometimes love is real, but not enough to live. I loved you truly, and maybe that's all it'll ever be. A one-sided story written with sincerity. I walk away softly, leaving what will never be. Still grateful for the love that lived quietly inside me. I held your name like a quiet prayer whispered inside my breaking chest. Every night I try to teach my heart that loving you was worth the rest. I stood beside you even when you never turned to look at me. Kept hoping one small moment would make you finally see. Trace the future in my mind where your hand would learn to hold my own. But dreams collapse so easily when you're loving someone all alone. I gave you laughter, gave you
but nothing ever reached your heart. It stayed locked behind a distant door. I wasn't asking for forever, I just begged for one small chance to show you how real love could feel if you'd only let it stand. I gave you everything, you couldn't even give me a chance. You kept your world closed tight while I kept falling without a plan. I offered love that was honest, fragile, scarred, but true. Yet you walked away like none of it ever mattered to you. I gave you everything, but you left me with silence and empty hands, breaking my heart with the truth I never could understand. I try to stay strong while pretending your indifference didn't tear me apart. You were the storm I chose to love, even when it drowned my heart. Every message you ignored felt like a blade that slowly cut deeper in. Yet I stayed believing someday you let a little of my light in. I was the voice calling your name, and that you never cared to hear. The soul waiting at your door for a kindness that never came near. You didn't have to love me back, but you could have given me space to try. Instead you left me chasing shadows, holding on to reasons why. I wasn't asking for forever, only for the truth in your eyes. But you stood there like a stranger, wrapped in walls you wouldn't let me climb. I gave you everything, you couldn't even give me a chance. You turned away while I tried to fight for something we could have had. I offered love unguarded, loyal, aching, but sincere. But you chose a world without me, one where I never stood near. I gave you everything, and you left me in the quiet of my own pain, teaching me that loving you would never bring anything back again. Maybe someday you'll remember the heart that stood in front of you, the one that waited, the one that believed, the one that stayed true. But by then my wounds will close, and I'll finally learn to breathe. I'll find the strength to let go of the love you taught me to grieve. You were the chapter I kept rewriting, even when the ending stayed the same. A broken hope, a quiet loss, a love with no name. I gave you everything, you couldn't even give me a chance. You never saw the fire in my hands or the truth inside my stance. I offered a heart that only wanted to love you without fear, but you walked away untouched, leaving me alone right here. I gave you
kept your name in the quiet corners of my heart, whispering hopes that maybe someday you'd feel the same. But every time you smiled, it wasn't meant for me. It was for someone else you carry like a flame. I tried to stay strong, pretending I could handle it, but the truth kept breaking through every lie I told myself. How do you love someone who never turns your way? But you keep drowning in feelings you cannot help. Gave you gentle words, you gave me distant eyes. You were searching for another while I kept holding on. It's a tragedy written in the sky above us. Two hearts beating wrong, never moving as one. I loved you truly, you loved someone else deeply. I held out my hands, but you kept reaching for memories. I tried to be enough, try to fill the hollow in your soul, but I was shadow standing where your dreams used to be. I loved you truly, but your heart was never mine to keep. You were chasing someone who had already let you bleed, and I stood there quietly, breaking piece by piece, loving someone who never loved me back completely. I watched you fall apart over someone who walked away, and I kept wishing you'd see the love I carried for you. But you were living in yesterday, trapped by what you lost, while I was offering a tomorrow you never looked into. Every night I try to walk away to save myself, yet every morning my heart betrayed me. Can a feeling be so gentle yet destroy you slowly, turning hopes into wounds that never fully meant? I stayed beside you even when you never asked. I gave you comfort while your thoughts were never mine, and in the silence I learned the cruelest truth. You can love someone deeply and still never cross their mind. I loved you truly, you loved someone else deeply. I stood in the rain while you were praying for another's touch. I tried to show you love that wouldn't ever leave, but you were holding on to heartbreak far too much. I loved you truly, but your heart kept drifting away. You were tied to a ghost you couldn't let fade, and I remained unseen, hoping you'd turn and stay, even while losing myself more every day. Maybe in another life our hearts would meet halfway. Maybe your eyes would finally see the love I gave, but in
in this lifetime you belong to someone you can't forget. And I'm just the one learning how to let go of the ache. Still I'll keep a place for you in the quiet of my soul. Not out of hope, but out of what you meant to me. Even if the story ended before it began, you were a love I felt so honestly. I loved you truly. You loved someone else deeply. And though it breaks me, I won't beg for what you can't give. I'll carry the lesson, the pain, the bittersweet truth, that sometimes love is real, but not enough to live. I loved you truly, and maybe that's all it will ever be. A one-sided story written with sincerity. I walk away softly, leaving what will never be. Still grateful for the love that lived quietly inside me. Inside me.
Never thought that loving you would feel this natural, like breathing in the quiet night, like something meant to fall. You smiled and my world softened, every broken piece aligned. But I was building dreams with someone who never pictured me in mind. I held on to every moment, even the ones that never came, chasing echoes of affection that you never tried to name. You were sunlight through a window I could never open wide, close enough to warm my skin, but too far to stay inside. I kept hoping for a sign, even the smallest spark of care. But loving you felt like calling out to someone who wasn't there. And the truth I kept avoiding finally hit me like a storm. You were never mine to lose, but I kept hoping you'd transform. Loving you was easy, accepting you don't love me back was not. I held on to the hope you'd see everything you already forgot. I carved your name into the future like it was meant to stay. But the harder I tried to reach you, the further you slipped away. Loving you was effortless, letting go is tearing me apart. It's simple to love someone, but it's hell when they don't feel the same in their heart. I replay every conversation, trying to hear what I missed, searching for hidden meanings in the words you'll never kiss. Maybe I was just a comfort, someone to fill a quiet space, a temporary warmth you use while waiting for another phase. I tried to hide the breaking, bury it deep where no one sees, but teaching me to stand, for showing me that love is more than what slips out of my hand. Maybe your memory will fade into something soft and small, but right now it still feels like losing the best thing of all. I wish you well, I wish you light, I wish you every dream you chase, but I'll be learning how to live without imagining your face. You were the easiest love I ever felt, the hardest truth I've ever known, loving someone who doesn't love you back makes the strongest hearts feel alone. Loving you was easy, accepting you don't love me back was not. I'm walking away slowly from the future I once saw. I'll carry the lesson gently, even if the pain still stings. Some loves are meant to stay and some are only borrowed wings. Loving you came naturally, releasing you takes all I've got. It's simple to love someone, but accepting they don't love you back is not. I keep walking through the memories we never truly made, holding shadows of a future that slowly slips away. You were always just beyond the reach of my trembling hands, a dream I kept believing in, though you never made a stand. Every night I speak your name into the quiet air, hoping fate would shift a little, hoping you would somehow care. But all I ever held was silence, wrapped in borrowed hope, trying to love you gently while my heart learned how to cope. And I tried to tell myself someday you might see the kind of love I carry, the one that begged to be set free. But the more I waited for you, the more I slowly knew you were never meant to stay. You were only passing through. This is a heart that waits for love that never comes, still beating for a person who could never call it home. I stand in the doorway of a dream that won't arrive, holding on to something that never felt alive. And though the truth is heavy, like an ocean on my lungs, I still wait in the dark for a love that never comes. I tried to give you reasons to look back and truly feel, but your world kept turning forward like my love was never real. You smiled at me politely, but your eyes were somewhere else, tracing stories with another who love that never comes.
Maybe someday I'll let go of all the pieces of your name, erase the soft illusion that kept feeding me the pain. But for now I'm learning slowly how to breathe without your light, teaching all my lonely wounds how to make it through the night. Though I know you won't return from where your heart belongs, I'll find a way to stand again, to rewrite all my wrongs. This is a heart that waits for a love that never comes, still beating for a story that forever stays undone. I'm stepping from the shadow and releasing what I chase, letting go of every promise that was never truly made. And though the ache still lingers underneath the fading sun, I won't wait anymore for a love that never comes. I kept your name in the quiet corners of my heart, whispering hopes that maybe someday you'd feel the same. But every time you smile, it wasn't meant for me. It was for someone else you carried like a flame. I tried to stay strong, pretending I could handle it, but the truth kept breaking through every lie I told myself. How do you love someone who never turned your way, while you keep drowning in feelings you cannot help? I gave you gentle words, gave me distant eyes. You were searching for another ride while I kept holding on. It's a tragedy written in the sky above us, two hearts beating wrong, never moving as one. I loved you truly, you loved someone else deeply. I held out my hands, but you kept reaching for memories. I tried to be enough, try to fill the hollow in your soul, but I was only a shadow standing where your dreams used to be. I loved you truly, but your heart was never mine to keep. You were chasing someone who had already let you bleed, and I stood there quietly, breaking piece by piece, loving someone who never loved me back completely. I watched you fall apart over someone who walked away, and I kept wishing you'd see the love I carried for you. But you were living in yesterday,
trapped by what you lost. While I was offering a tomorrow you never looked into. Every night I tried to walk away to save myself, yet every morning my heart betrayed me once again. How can a feeling be so gentle, yet destroy you slowly, turning hopes into wounds that never fully mend? I stayed beside you even when you never asked. I gave you comfort while your thoughts were never mine. And in the silence I love the cruelest truth. You can love someone deeply and still never cross their mind. I loved you truly, you loved someone else deeply. I stood in the rain while you were praying for another's touch. I tried to show you love that wouldn't ever leave, but you were holding on to heartbreak far too much. I loved you truly, but your heart kept drifting away. You were tied to a ghost you couldn't let fade, and I remained unseen, hoping you'd turn and stay, even while losing myself more every day. Maybe in another life our hearts would meet halfway. Maybe your eyes would finally see the love I gave. But in this lifetime you belong to someone you can't forget, and I'm just the one learning how to let go of the ache. Still I'll keep a place for you in the quiet of my soul, not out of hope, but out of what you meant to me. Even if the story ended before it began, you were a love I felt so honestly. I loved you truly, you loved someone else deeply, and though it breaks me I won't beg for what you can't give. I'll carry the lesson, the pain, the bittersweet truth, that sometimes love is real, but not enough to live. I loved you truly, and maybe that's all it will ever be, a one-sided story written with sincerity. I'll walk away softly, leaving what will never be, still grateful for the love that lived quietly inside me. I saw you standing in the quiet of the evening, a silhouette the sunset tried so hard to hold. And in that moment something fragile bloomed inside me. feeling warm and reckless, brave and uncontrolled. But every step I took felt like walking in the shadows, because your eyes were searching for someone far away. Though I whispered dreams beneath my trembling heartbeat, you never stopped to hear the things I long to say. I kept hoping you would turn around to find me waiting in the crowd. But all I ever faced was silence, a truth too heavy, spoken loud. I memorized the way you laughed when life felt gentle, the way your voice could paint the world in softer shades. I held those moments like a secret only I could treasure, even though I knew they'd fade like light that slowly fades. I tried to walk away, but every road returned to you. No matter how I fought, the heart remembers what it wants. And every night I wonder if love ever learns to listen, or if it just repeats the same unanswered songs. I thought maybe time would change your heart, that someday feelings could restart. But nothing moved the space between us. Not my hope, my truth, a broken pause. This is the pain of loving someone who never looked my way, of holding on to promises that fate would never let me say. I tried to shine a little brighter, hoping you would stay, but your world never opened, not even for a day. And still I whisper your name in the quiet when I pray. The pain of loving someone who never looked my way. Maybe love is meant to hurt before it teaches us to heal. Maybe hearts must break to learn the weight of what is real. I wish I could forget you, but forgetting feels like sin, because loving you was beautiful, even if I couldn't win. So I'll keep this silent truth, the one you never knew, a story of devotion written only for you. This is the pain of loving someone who never looked my way, yet I'm grateful for the memories I made along the way.
loving someone who never looked my way. I held your name like a quiet prayer whispered inside my breaking chest. Every night I tried to teach my heart that loving you was worth the rest. I stood beside you even when you never turned to look at me. Kept hoping one small moment would make you finally see. I traced a future in my mind where your hand would learn to hold my own. But dreams collapse so easily when you're loving someone all alone. I gave you laughter, gave you comfort, gave the pieces no one asked for. But nothing ever reached your heart, it stayed locked behind a distant door. I wasn't asking for forever, I just begged for one small chance to show you how real love could feel if you'd only let it stand. I gave you everything, you couldn't even give me a chance. You kept your world closed tight while I kept falling without a plan. I offered love that was honest, fragile, scarred but true. Yet you walked away like none of it ever mattered to you. I gave you everything, but you left me with silence and empty hands, breaking my heart with a truth I never could understand. I try to stay strong while pretending your indifference didn't tear me apart. You were the storm I chose to love, even when it drowned my heart. Every message you ignored felt like a blade that slowly cut deeper in. Yet I stayed believing someday you'd let a little of my light in. I was the voice calling your name in nights you never cared to hear. The soul waiting at your door for a kindness that never came near. You didn't have to love me back, but you could have given me space to try. Instead you left me chasing shadows, holding on to reasons why. I wasn't asking for forever, only for the truth in your eyes. But you stood there like a stranger, wrapped in walls you wouldn't let me climb. I gave you everything, you couldn't even give me a chance. You turned away while I tried to fight for something we could have had. I offered love unguarded, loyal, aching but sincere. But you chose a world without me, one where I never stood near. I gave you everything, and you left me in the quiet of my own pain, teaching me that loving you would never bring anything back again. Maybe someday you'll remember the heart that stood in front of you, the one that waited, the one that believed, the one that
that stayed true. But by then my wounds were closed, and I'll finally learn to breathe. I'll find the strength to let go of the love you taught me to grieve. You were the chapter I kept rewriting, even when the ending stayed the same. A broken hope, a quiet loss, a love with no name. I gave you everything, you couldn't even give me a chance. You never saw the fire in my hands or the truth inside my stance. I offered a heart that only wanted to love you without fear, but you walked away untouched, leaving me alone right here. I gave you everything, and now I'm learning how to stand again, healing from a love that never lived, a love that only caused the pain. I gave you everything, I gave you everything, I gave you everything. I keep walking through the memory we never truly made, holding shadows of a future that slowly slips away. You were always just beyond the reach of my trembling hands, a dream I kept believing in, though you never made a stand. Every night I speak your name into the quiet air, hoping fate would shift a little, hoping you would somehow care. But all I ever held was silence wrapped in borrowed hope, trying to love you gently while my heart learned how to cope. And I try to tell myself that someday you might see the kind of love I carry, the one that begged to be set free. But the more I waited for you, the more I slowly knew you were never meant to stay, you were only passing through. Dark for a love that never comes. I tried to give you reasons to look back and truly feel, but your world kept turning forward like my love was never real. You smiled at me politely, but your eyes were somewhere else, tracing stories with another who already had your heart held. And I kept fighting feelings that refused to disappear, carrying every every moment like a weight I volunteered. You became the quiet heartbreak I learned to name as fate, a lesson wrapped in longing, teaching me how not to wait. Still I whisper to the night that maybe I was wrong, that maybe love could blossom where it never had belonged. But the truth was written softly in the things you didn't say. You were never mine to lose, you were never mine to stay. This is a heart that waits for a love that never comes, still beating for a person who could never call it home. I stand in the doorway of a dream that won't arrive, holding on to something that never felt alive. And though the truth is heavy like an ocean on my lungs, I still wait in the dark for a love that never comes. Maybe someday I'll let go of all the pieces of your name, erase the soft illusion that kept feeding me the pain. But for now I'm learning slowly how to breathe without your light, teaching all my lonely wounds how to make it through the night. And though I know you won't return from where your heart belongs, I'll find a way to stand again, to rewrite all my wrongs. This is a heart that waits for a love that never comes, still beating for a story that forever stays undone. I'm stepping from the shadows and releasing what I chase, letting go of every promise that was never truly made. And though the ache still lingers underneath the fading sun, I won't wait anymore for a love that never comes. I never thought that loving you would feel this natural, like breathing in the quiet night, like something meant to fall. You smiled and my world softened, every broken piece aligned. But I was building dreams with someone who never pictured me in mind. I held on to every moment, even the ones that never came, chasing echoes of affection that you never tried to name. You were sunlight through a window I could never open wide, close enough to warm my skin, but too far to stay inside. I kept hoping for a sign, even the smallest spark of care, but loving you felt like calling out to someone who wasn't there. And the truth I kept avoiding finally hit me like a storm. You were never mine to lose, but I kept hoping you'd transform. Loving you was easy, accepting you don't love me back was not.
But the harder I tried to reach you, the further you slipped away. Loving you is effortless, letting go is tearing me apart. It's simple to love someone, but it's hell when they don't feel the same in their heart. I replay every conversation, trying to hear what I miss, searching for hidden meanings in the words you never kissed. Maybe I was just a comfort, someone to fill a quiet space, a temporary warmth you use while waiting for another phase. I tried to hide the breaking, bury it deep where no one sees, but every sleepless night reminds me who fell down on their knees. You were the calm I ran to, the miracle I thought I found. But I was loving you in silence while you kept your distance out. Maybe I was hoping for a miracle that wasn't mine, waiting for affection that was never in design. You didn't hurt me on purpose, but the truth still leaves a scar. Sometimes the sweetest person can still stay forever far. Loving you was easy, accepting you don't love me back was not. I kept believing someday you'd see what you never saw. I built a home in your presence, but you never walked inside. I reached out with trembling hands, you turned away every time I tried. Loving you was effortless, but accepting this truth is slow. You can pour your whole heart into someone and still have to let them go. Maybe someday I'll thank the hurt for teaching me to stand, for showing me that love is more than what slips out of my hand. Maybe your memory will fade into something soft and small, but right now it still feels like losing the best thing of all. I wish you well, I wish you light, I wish you every dream you chase, but I'll be learning how to live without imagining your face. You were the easiest love I ever felt, the hardest truth I've ever known. Loving someone who doesn't love you back makes the strongest hearts feel alone. Loving you was easy, accepting you don't love me back was not. I'm walking away slowly from the future I once sought. I'll carry the lesson gently, even if the pain still stings. Some loves are meant to stay and some were only borrowed wings. Loving you came naturally, releasing you takes all I got. It's simple to love someone, but accepting they don't love you back is not. I kept your name in the quiet corners of my heart, whispering hopes that maybe someday you'd feel the same. But every time you smiled, it wasn't meant for me. It was for someone else you carried like a flame. I tried to stay strong, pretending I could handle it, but the truth kept breaking through every lie I told myself. How do you love someone who never turns your way? while you keep drowning in feelings you cannot help. I gave you gentle words, you gave me distant eyes. You were searching for another while I kept holding on. It's a tragedy written in the sky above us. Two hearts beating wrong, never moving as one. I loved you truly. You loved someone else deeply. I held out my hands, but you kept reaching for memories. I tried to be enough, try to fill the hollow in your soul, but I was only a shadow standing where your dreams used to be. I loved you truly, but your heart was never mine to keep. You were chasing someone who had already let you bleed. And I stood there quietly, breaking piece by piece, loving someone who never loved me back completely. I watched you fall apart over someone who walked away, and I kept wishing you'd see the love I carried for you. But you were living in yesterday, trapped by what you lost, while I was offering a tomorrow you never looked into. Every night I tried to walk away to save myself, yet every morning my heart betrayed me once again. How can a feeling be so gentle yet destroy you slowly, turning hopes into wounds that never fully mend? I stayed beside you even when you never asked. I gave you comfort while your thoughts were never mine. And in the silence I learned the cruelest truth: you can love someone deeply and still never cross their mind. I loved you truly. You loved someone else deeply. I stood in the rain while you were praying for another's touch. I tried to show you love that wouldn't ever leave, but you were holding on to heartbreak far too much. I loved you truly, but your heart kept drifting away. You were tied to a ghost you couldn't let fade, and I remained unseen, hoping you'd turn and stay, even while losing myself more every day. Maybe in another life our hearts would meet halfway. Maybe your eyes would finally see the love I gave. But in this lifetime you belong to someone you can't forget, and I'm just the one learning how to let go of the ache. Still I keep a place for you in the quiet of my soul, not out of hope, but out of what you meant to me. Even if the story ended before it began, you were a love felt so honestly. I loved you truly. You loved someone else deeply. And though it breaks me, I won't beg for what you can't give. I'll carry the lesson, the pain, the bittersweet truth. That sometimes love is real, but not enough to live. I loved you truly, and maybe that's all it will ever be. A one-sided story written with sincerity. I walk away softly, leaving what will never be. Still grateful for the love that lived quiet inside.